Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Water Day, Hike Day. We have had a really lovely breakfast at our hotel. Here's where you can see. And then you can see behind me the town, which is beautiful today. And then that is where we're going, back there. So today is a hike up the volcano, learning a little bit about volcanic history, how this island was actually formed with the sinking of the volcano. And then we get to spend some time in the water, yay, and sail around. And then we have beautiful lunch, big lunch. Lunch is the meal of the day here. So we are all learning that we eat way too much in the middle of the day and then they feed us again at night. So we're just doing a lot of eating. But that's okay because it's been really good food. I know I don't do a lot of eating stuff, but it's been really good food. So that's our day. Tom and I have already created our plan for this afternoon after the day of activity. We're going to probably come back here, hang out by the pool, order some room service because it's a hilly place. This one is all up and down. So we're just going to take a little bit of a rest, especially after hiking the hike today. And then we are off to archaeological dig tomorrow, and then Crete. So today is Santorini Water Day. I hope you all enjoy. Rookie move! I didn't take the Dramamine.
We are approaching the island. Please remember this is the island of Nea Kameni. It's the newest landmass in the Mediterranean. It was born to this world in 1570. So this is where we're going to hike. You see the other ships over there, the other boats on the left. That's where we have the piers. And from there on, we're going to go up the path. It's a designated path. Please stay within the path, and please do not pick up any stones, any pumice, nothing. It's not allowed. The whole island is being monitored. You're going to see a lot of equipment here and there, and we have satellites that take constant pictures of the island for any movements. Okay, so we don't want to be arrested. This is a geological marker, and it's entering the last stages of being nominated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Okay?
We are very glad we're below sea level. And that I can breathe up this hill. That's all I gotta say. and we are pushing my limits of comfortability up the mountain. We were just talking, my adventure guide Colin said that I looked very comfortable, like I was in my natural habitat of hiking up a mountain, and I had to agree. But I have my limits at home and we're hitting them. Down's gonna be rough. Okay, we're headed there. Let's go. And I just told another adventurer that take a rest when you need it, and that's the rules of the mountain. Last thing you do is push yourself to where you're unsafe. So, taking my breathers. We're headed to the final stop. Summited a mountain in Greece. We summited the mountain in Greece. Where's our summit picture? I didn't bring a piece of cardboard that says I summited. We summited at 400 feet, by the way. Whopping 400 feet. I just wanted to wrap up today with just saying it was everything I wanted it to be. Spent a big hunk of the day on the water, hiked a volcano, played in the water, had a beautiful lunch, got some really pretty photos, and then came back here and hung out. So day 5's in the books. Tomorrow is Akrotiri, which is the Santorini Pompei, so we get to see that. And then we're eating lunch, shopping around a little bit, hitting a ferry, headed to Crete, hanging around a little bit, and then hotel. So it's a long day. We have a marathon day tomorrow, so we'll just see what we got. But thanks for tagging along on this one. I had a blast. It was the best day of, it's what I wanted. So there's that. See you later.
The following day.
Good morning, everybody. It is day 6. We are ending our time in Santorini at our Majestic Hotel and going off to our exploration of Akrotiri, which is the known as the Santorini Pompei. So it's the town that got buried after the last, or one of the volcanic explosions. No people were buried like in Pompei, but the town was preserved. So they all felt the tremors, the people got out, but the tremors were there, or the town got buried. So we're gonna go explore that. It's an archaeological dig, so that'll be kind of fun. And then we are exploring town, lunch, I'm gonna do a little shopping, and then we come back to the hotel for a hot minute. We don't get our rooms, but we got space. I think we do have our rooms, I lied. But Tom and I are just probably gonna hang out and then get on the bus to go to the ferry, and then we go ferry ride to Crete. Dinner, and then in the room. So it's a very long day. We kind of alluded to that last night, but we got a big day ahead of us, so we've got things, long, but more travel. Again, it's a transition day from one to the other, so there's a lot to do and a lot to explore and a lot to learn, so stay tuned.
Please welcome our fabulous goddess, Mary. Thank you, Mary.
So good morning from me too. Kalimera. Yes, Kalimera. Another beautiful day. Not as windy, which means we're going to have very good seas, as we say, to go to Crete. See? It's as flat as olive oil. That's what we say. And we have some cruise ships, as I see down there. We are going to see the site of Akrotiri. Okay? We mentioned this is called the Pompei of the Aegean because it was another archaeological site that was covered by volcanic ash after the volcanic eruption of Santorini. I remember, please, the date was 1613 BC. But before that final explosion, we have some things that the land informs the people, warns the people about the forthcoming eruption, like tremors and smoke coming up from the volcano. And because that took place at least a full year before the final explosion, the people were so fed up with all these tremors and losing their houses, and they had to restore the houses all over again, so they were fed up and they decided to leave. So we know that the people left their homes at least a year before the final eruption. That's 48 feet of ash. So she's explaining that this is the oldest town
known in Greece at 2100 BC. And what establishes the town is water, sewer, organization of town, government, all of the things to make it a community. And that is depicted in all of these ruins. So they know that this is actually an established town. They actually know it was Cretans. It was people from Crete. And they think it's either a staging town or a settlement. But when they left before the big volcano eruption, they all went back to Crete. Those rocks are the 4,500 BC evidence. So this is actually evidence that it's the oldest settlement at 4,000. But the 2000 date I gave you was established colony, established community. So the square holes are the water system. So whenever we see that, you'll know that that's been the water system that was set up. And it continues through water. We're looking at a ceramic shop now. Olive pits, pistachios preserved, chickens, goats. So there's evidence of like what they ate and what they exported and produced. They also had to produce their own cloth and sails for the ships. They also ate sea urchins, she just said, so yum. Seafood they ate was clams, like I said, urchins, and salted fish. And they found all of that preserved in the ruins as well. So we're heading to the West House. It's one of the most preserved, reconstructed houses. It's called the West House. I think I just said that twice. One of the big things is they have a flushable sit-down toilet, which is actually the same mechanics as our modern toilets, which is interesting. And now we're headed to the big administrative building. 3 floors. And the puppies. This is the building where they found the gold goat. The only building. The wooden beams were put in here to help strengthen the walls for tremors, but because of them decomposing, because of the pyroclastic ash, they put in concrete in the holes. Bye, buddies. Bye, guys. Thank you.
And then with the winter, it goes all over the place. So the wind does the job. That's why you see the caper plants always growing in the package to the places. And they just need the morning dew. Okay? That's how they get the moisture. So that's the caper, and the leaves that are thicker, we marinate this. They had this in antiquity as well. It was part of the diet of the ancient people.
All right, everybody. Wow, that was a lot of information. Hopefully you heard some of it. I was able to get Mary a little bit, and we had the place to ourselves, which was awesome. This is an old place, and you can see right on the other side here, there's like the red peppercorns, olive trees, that was a caper. All of these are examples of the things that they ate and had in antiquity. So it's been there then, and it's there now. Pretty cool place. You can kind of see, I don't know, right over there is Crete. That's where we'll be heading this evening. So everything is close in that sense, and you can see why they think it was Cretan as well. So the site is not fully excavated. The landowners have not yet relinquished their land. They still have to own it. So in order for them to continue to excavate, they have to buy the land from the people, and they haven't done that yet. So this is what we've got, and this is what they use to help teach. Pretty cool in the sense how they preserved it, but interesting to learn about how, it was a civilized society because they had a water system. It's one of the keys to civilized society is how they deal with water and waste, and organized government, an organized city, organized economy. So all of those things help with that. So, all right, signing off from Akatiri.
The famous philosopher Plato, and he wrote 2 books, Timaeus and Critias. So from this, there are actually dialogues. So from these books that he wrote, he gives us information about the land of Atlantis. In the first book, Timaeus, he speaks about Solon, who was a Greek and Athenian law-giver who went to Egypt, and he learned from a priest of Egypt about this land that had spread its authorization, say, sovereignty over Egypt, the coast of Africa, Libya, present-day Libya, and
All right, everyone, welcome to Ia. This is another town. We're walking to find some place to get a beverage. Excuse me. Quite a lot of shopping. Feel obligated to get something with a goat on it. This is where we're going to be with our free time for the next couple hours at least, and then going from there. I just saw something else I might want to get, but anyway, we're shopping, we're having fun. Here we go. That's our view from lunch. We had a little bit of a lovely spot here. Fun fact, European ketchup does not taste the same as American ketchup. I know, hot take, big shocker. For the Americans, it tastes more like a tomato sauce / marinara sauce, not a sweet ketchup, and it's a lot thinner. So there is a difference. It tastes different. But you know what? On French fries, it still tastes the same. Oh, excuse me. Fried potatoes. In Greece, they're not French fries. They are fried potatoes. So, there you go. Hi, everybody. We have spent the day in Ia. We're very tired. As you see, I'm glassed now. We're getting ready to wait for the boat to take us to Crete. We're sitting at the port. Disney Magic. We get to hang out in a private area with snacks, and we don't have to worry about it, and we're going to be personally guided to our seats. We have the club level first class seats on the ferry, so we're really, kind of living the life posh. We got it. But we're gonna hang out here for a little while, and then the boat will be coming, and then an hour and a half later we'll be in Crete, so stay tuned for some boat action. First class on a high-speed ferry. To drive to our hotel. We're in Aracolina, I think is how you say it, and then we'll have dinner and then be in the rooms. So I'm gonna sign off now, and I'll see you in the morning with our first day.